Welcome to this week's Winners on a Wednesday. We have Lee Barber on the show, and Lee's got experience with buy-to-lets, HMOs, rent-to-rent, serviced accommodation, really the full works. So he's going to give you the up, the down, share his story, and give you some pearls of wisdom. So Lee, welcome to Winners on a Wednesday.
Hello.
Great to have you on the show. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
So when we met a year ago, you were in a situation whereby you had this real hunger and desire to get your hands dirty, try out different property strategies. You've now got your hands dirty. You've got experience in a lot of different property avenues. So what have you learned?
I think due diligence, that was something that I definitely didn't get at first, but I know now that it's so important to have that due diligence before you go into anything. So
what do you mean by due diligence? What does that mean?
It might be checking out the area. You know, Middlesbrough, for example. I've got HMO in Middlesbrough. I thought I knew Middlesbrough, but of course that was a long time ago. Things have changed now. I mean, but I never had an ensuite when I was at university. I never had anything like that, but now it's the done thing. Everybody's got to have ensuite. So it's very difficult to get tenants unless you've got full ensuites everywhere.
Because you've got a rent-to-rent in Middlesbrough, which is a HMO, and how's it doing?
It's doing okay. It's doing okay. Anyway, I've got a couple of professionals in there. I was told to get professionals by Katrina Jones. And her seminar that really resonated with me as well. In a way that, you know, it showed you how to do it exactly, what she's done and how much she's making from it. I thought,
And you've been surrounded with all these property experts and trainers because you're on the academy. So you've met like Ashley, Katrina, Leslie, Alistair, myself, Russell, Trevor, and you've literally been like a sponge for the last year. Which is fantastic. So what's really cool, you recently got a serviced accommodation property in Liverpool. Tell us what happened yesterday.
Yesterday, I mean, I thought all my Christmases came at once because I got, we got a booking come through. My phone beeps all the time telling me there's a booking come through. I'm like, ooh, what's that? And I look at it, it might be 2 to 4 nights. And I'm thinking, that's nice. But this one was 29 nights.
Which meant how much money did you get paid yesterday?
I reckon that was down for $5,000. Now, this is the ups and downs side of it because a little later it come through as a cancellation. So that one from yesterday, they cancelled? Yeah, cancelled it.
They didn't.
And this is a whole part of having a team involved with it. They came through and said, no, the credit card is fraudulent. So because it's fraudulent, obviously we don't want to touch that. So of course they could be in there for a month and then find out they're not going to pay for it at all. So we don't want that.
But luckily you've got the experience to know the difference between a good guest and a bad guest and things like that now.
I think it's starting off. It was obviously yourself, Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, of course, is where everybody starts off, and where they should start off. And the whole thing of good debt and bad debt was alien to me at the time, but I learned that, and that prompted me to go into your crash course. What
was it that made you get into property? What was your strongest reason why?
I think mainly because you just need something, you need that stability there to fall back on in the event of. I lost my mum, unfortunately, and that was very sad. But what my mum taught me, she was into property, but on a working basis. And what she got was a 2-bed, it's only one bathroom terraced house. Now, what that did teach me is through inflation, the growth of that property just went up and up and up and up. to the fact Manchester's quite big for that at the moment. Now it's pretty much the same for everywhere. You see it at your crash course. You have the depression and expansion all the time. And for Manchester especially, it seems to have a lot of expansion.
Yeah.
So much like Birmingham, much like London, yeah, it could have a crash at some point, but at the minute it's still expanding.
Yeah. So basically then, so you saw your mum, how much money she made by mistake, just in capital appreciation.
She didn't know.
Yeah.
I just found that when I bought it.
So how much money had she made in the property?
I think she bought it for around about £4,000.
£4,000?
Yeah, so it's worth around about 130 by now.
Wow,
yeah.
It's just ridiculous expansion.
Yeah.
And then of course you're getting paid in your rents.
Yeah.
So you wanted stability. Tell us a bit about your sort of personal life then, and your personal life.
Personal life, I think me and my fiance, we wanted to get married in a castle in Durham. So that fell through. We wanted to get married in a more intimate wedding. So we then said, okay, we really love Italy, so we're going to get married in Italy. Probably this year, we don't know. But that's very much on the cards now. With my personal life and things like that. Love life, if you like.
When I said personal, I didn't mean too personal. One of the things that I remember we spoke about when you first came to the crash course, and I know you just bought a property off plan.
Yes.
And that still hasn't completed a year later.
No.
Which is very disappointing.
Very.
I mean, what have you learned from that?
Well, I always knew about off plan. There's always a risk there with off plan. So that's why it's literally off the architect's plan. So there's a number of things that can get in the way of that. But what it does mean, again, what you teach at your crash course, whereas you get the expansion from that. So the growth from that. We bought it at, I think it was only put $25,000 down for it.
Okay.
So. That was in Liverpool as well. So Liverpool growth is 7.2 per year. Mm-hmm. So that was 3 years ago. So 7.2 times 3, and you can see how that's grown. Yeah.
What I know, not everything's been rosy with your property journey. Yeah. You've got properties that have taken a very long time to complete. Yeah. You've had properties that aren't full and things like that. What have you learned from some of the struggles within property? What have been the key lessons you've learned from that?
Definitely due diligence.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, due diligence, checking out the area. So an area that I thought I knew was Middlesbrough, which is where I went to university.
So you went to university there?
I went to university in Middlesbrough,
You think you know the area pretty well.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, you say due diligence, you went to university there. Have you lost money in Middlesbrough? Overall?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because, I've got enough tenants in there to pay the landlord, but still bills to be paid. So the loss is fairly minimal.
Yeah, so it's kind of breaking even, small loss.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. I mean, in property, if you do it completely wrong, you can lose a lot of money. Yeah. You can also make a lot of money. I guess breaking even, learn from that. It's not the end of the world. Borderline. But then you've also got some deals that are very successful and you're making good profit on as well.
Yes.
So overall, it's a win. Are you still working?
No. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Why do you still choose to work?
Because my job is quite an exciting job for a lot of people.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? What's your job?
It's in video games.
Okay.
So I make video games for a living. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, it's video games. That's what everybody wants to do. It's great." But I've been doing it now for around about 15, 16, maybe 17 years.
Yeah. Could you afford? What would happen if you lost your job now?
I would find deals.
You'd be all right.
Yeah.
Because you've got properties, you're making an income. Because I know that was something when we spoke, and you've also, you don't want me talking about your condition as well.
Yeah, I think that came in later, because when we first met, I was okay.
Yeah.
But because it does progress, you know, so it gets to that point where you can't hide it anymore.
And what's this, just so people know what we're talking about?
This is multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2014. Having said that, this is from the hospital, by the way. The hospital said I probably had it since my first symptom, which is around about 2001, 2002. So that's nearly 18 years ago, or probably 18 years ago.
But you just didn't know?
Well, no, it was 2014. I suspected it,
yeah.
But it's 2014 where they said, no, you definitely got it.
How does it affect your everyday life?
I don't know. I mean, for a while, I'd say, for a good 10 years, it didn't really affect me at all. I'd get on with it. I was doing combat sports, things like that. It really didn't bother me. I was running everywhere. Like every other day, I'd go running around the park. Not a problem. You know, when it came to investing in property, yeah, I'll take that. It wasn't a big problem. Of course, it progresses. So at that point, it does get to a problem where it does get in the way a little bit. So you have to make adjustments.
Yeah. So, the thing is, though, how old are you?
I'm 39 today.
No, you're not.
Yes.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
Dude, happy birthday. So when I got you the Prosecco and champagne and everything, it was also...
Yes, you did.
That's incredible. I didn't know it was your birthday today, but Courtney did say, give him some Prosecco when he gets here. Oh, fantastic. Well, happy birthday. I mean, the fact that you're 39, I mean, you've got MS. Yeah. You know, you do struggle to get around. You have a stick and stuff, and it is progressing to get worse.
I've only started using that for about, I'd say, 6 months.
Okay.
So 6 months.
But the thing is, though, you don't talk about it. You don't let it stop you.
It's not a big deal, to be honest. It's not.
But for many people, it would be. For many people, you know, they'd be at home. They'd be saying, "Oh, you know, isn't it terrible?"
Yep.
They'd be using it as an excuse, not to say, "I can't go out and view properties.
Yeah.
I can't get up and about very easily." But that is not the case for you.
No.
I never hear you talk about it.
No.
But it is, as far as the doctors are concerned, it is a big deal. They would say.
Yes. Yeah.
So
it is.
why does that not stop you still continuing to get deals, go around the country? How does that not get in the way?
You just can't let it. It's your mindset. You either want to do this or you don't. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So your mindset is to push yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done since day one.
Yeah.
So
because I think there's a lot of people, you know, that have physical problems, mental problems, and it's really hard. So hopefully, you know, rather than I mean, certainly when I broke my leg, I actually feel that it inspired people. You know, you can flip the cards and turn something bad into a good, and that's why I'm so glad that you're able to inspire people. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that you said when you did have that accident. I think it was, I don't know. Well.
What's this? What was it about?
Something about. And I'd say this to myself nearly every day, but I've just.
Mine's gone blank because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
You said that it inspired you when I broke my leg.
Kind of, because I saw your video at the hospital. It was pretty horrendous, but you were high as a kite, by the way. But morphine or not, it's your mindset that told you to carry on and help others. Yeah. So, and it's very much like that with me as well. How can I help others? It's not just about me. You know, I've got a little dog now as well, so. You know, it's not just about me and my wealth and things like that. It's our family's wealth. You know, it's building that now. So it pushes me more than it does MS or no MS. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I saw people at one of your seminars in a wheelchair, and it didn't stop them.
Yeah.
Why should it?
That's great. So what are your plans then for this next coming year?
I think expand on the essays, because they're very lucrative. It's really exciting to be in. And when you do it right, you can just leave it.
Yeah.
You can automate it in a way that systemized, if you like, and it just worked like clockwork. So it is a very sort of scary element for a lot of people, like essays, hotels. They're like, oh, I'm not ready for that. I would like that at the start, when it's like HMOs. Nah, I'm not ready for that yet. I've just got a single letter. I'm not going to bother with HMO. But I did.
Yeah.
After being on your course, how to do it, I did.
What's been your biggest kind of successes or victory moments over the last 12 months?
I'd say when you refurb a HMO, that's quite exciting. You can say, I did that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You can put your stamp on something.
Yeah.
And say, I did that, and this is where I'd want to live.
Yeah.
This is quite cool.
It's quite satisfying, isn't it, when you turn a house into a home and have happy tenants, happy guests, turning like a wreck into something that looks really beautiful.
And it's the same with essays as well.
Yeah.
It's like taking that, the essays we got is rent to rent essay, and it's pretty much a blank canvas, a brand new blank canvas.
Yeah.
Again, systemization with it, bring somebody in, get the art on the wall, get the bedding in, things like that, even the cutlery in the drawers. You can get somebody else to do that. So these people that are worried with a condition like mine, that say that they're worried about the future or wherever it be, there's ways of doing it without really doing anything. You can get other people to do it for you, systemize it, and make it work.
I was going to ask that. I was going to say, you love your job, so you're working full time alongside doing the property stuff. You've got a MS, you've got a little dog, a fiance. I was going to ask you about systemization. How do you systemize the property business? Give us some tips.
Being on the phone mostly.
Yeah.
My fiance is constantly talking to me about being on the phone, whether it be looking at spareroom.com or something like that, Easy Roommate, or now it's Tukey. So we've got booking. It's that's what's going on.
Do you pretty much feel like you run your business from your phone?
Pretty much.
How is that? How does that work?
Well, you can get apps on your phone that will run it for you.
Yeah.
You just have to manage it.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, right, we've got a guest coming in the essays on Friday. Right. Okay. Tell the cleaner. So the cleaner knows about it. When are they checking out? They're checking out on Monday. So the cleaner knows then to go in around about 2 o'clock on a Monday, or 11 o'clock, wherever she wants to do, and clean it, ready for the next guest. So if that's a hotel, fair enough. But it doesn't feel like I'm running a hotel, because I can do it from my phone.
One of the interesting things about you, Lee, is most of my students, they'll do a deal and they just want to talk about the money. So they'll say, I made this much money, or I just rented the property out for this much, this is how much profit I'm making, and they'll talk about the money, which is fine, because at the end of the day, a property business is there to make money.
Yeah.
But you never talk about the money. I know you're making good money, and I know you've got that security now, but you only ever send me messages about things like, look at this wonderful review that I got from one of my guests. Look at this picture of this beautiful cushion and feature wall. You always talk about how much value you've added to others, the fun of it, the joy of it. Why is that?
I don't know. It's kind of like, I will say, I have done that recently with the essay, because it does look phenomenal. And it has just got the review and the accreditation, if you like, of it as exceptional on booking.com. And when you look at it, it is.
It must be a great achievement. being marked as exceptional on booking.com for your properties.
I think it was like, our property was like 10. So the reviews that we're getting are 10 out of 10 all the time. So the reason why it comes as exceptional on booking.com is because it keeps getting 10 out of 10 reviews. Now, by doing that, you look at the other big hotels in Manchester, for example, like the Midland is 8.4 or something like that.
Yeah, so you're doing this, I sense, very much, you're doing it for the love, I think. You love property.
Yeah, I do. But I can do it, like I say, I can do it from my phone. I don't have to do much.
But when people think of property investors or property entrepreneurs or landlords, they think of greedy, money-grabbing, old men smoking cigars, whereas you're the opposite of that mold. You're someone that really cares, you've got a big heart, you add value, and then the money just follows.
Yeah, I really do want to provide a good service.
Yeah.
I want to be a good landlord.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's been single let, okay, there's a problem with the shower this week. Fine, what's wrong with it? The hinges have got. The doors fell off. Right, okay. But there's specialist hinges. Right, that's fine. I'll get in touch with the company that makes those hinges, get new hinges in, get somebody else, the contractor, to go in and fit them. I'll say, what, half an hour phone call? Phone calls, very simple to do.
Yeah.
So, and it provides, I keep that going for the tenants, because it doesn't interfere with what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and they can just get on with things.
How have you managed to find your power team?
I think with that, I mean, the single let, for example, a power team there, I just get it through contractors.
Yeah.
Through the agent. Or
what about all the SAs and everything like that?
Again, through the agent.
What agent?
Well, it could be.
Where do you find the agent?
What, do you want me to name them?
No, just how do you, what's the template of how you find your power team?
Okay,
and all the people, the sources, the contractors, the agents, you say you can do it all from your phone, but how are you building this power team?
Right, okay. Well, I do actually visit the agents. There's some agents that are suggested to me, but then later on I found that these really aren't working for me.
Yeah.
So then I get off my bum and I go and look at them.
Yeah.
So we go and visit the area again, and we might, you know, have a look around and see the bars and things like that, and the interesting things that people might want to go to. And eventually we'll find an agent and say, okay, can they take it on?
Sure.
And
the thing is, a good relationship is better than anything.
Absolutely.
And when you cannot have true passive income without a good team, I don't think.
No.
So sometimes you have to do the work at first, put the work in, but then once you've put the work in and you've got off your bum and you've found an agent, you've found a team, they can then sort everything, and that's when it becomes truly passive. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. It's that way, that passive side of it is very important, especially to me. Especially to other people that have got a similar condition to me.
What would your advice be to somebody who has got a condition, whether that's a mental condition, a physical condition, an illness, a setback, but we're wanting to do property, we're wanting to buy and sell and be an entrepreneur, but it was really holding them back? What advice or comfort would you give them?
I would say never let it hold you back, because if you do let it hold you back, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on it. So why would you let that hold you down? If it's something that physical or mental, yeah, fair enough. But is there a way you can get around it? Is there a way that you can find something in you to push you to do that? Yeah. And eventually you'll see success.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. I guess you can always find a reason why not to, but successful people, despite the setbacks, are people that try and find a reason why they can. How helpful has the training been that you've been on with ourselves?
Yeah, I think with the training, I think you go to the crash course, you learn everything at once, and it's a lot to take in. You've got so much energy, and you're like, whoa, you know, when they first meet you, well, technically I've not actually met you, you're just a guy on stage. And it's quite overwhelming in a way, but it's quite exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, look, this guy is excited about what he's doing. I want that excitement. You know, and you will find a way to, you know, to be that person.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you can make the success that you've got, I can do that.
Yeah, and you are doing and have done that. So that's fantastic. Well, Lee, happy birthday. Thank you so much for coming down to be on the show. And I look forward to seeing you continue to make money in property, but also add value to people's lives.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you so much for watching the video. That is the reason why I'm doing this. Your success is my oxygen. Every single week we've got people becoming financially free. If you'd like to see more success students, you can do that right here. But what I'd really suggest is why don't you come and join us at the Property Investors Crash Course. Come along, my guest, completely free, and I'll personally be there for 2 days to help you get started. You can see what happens right here. What you'll notice is all of these stories, they all start at the Crash Course. So come along, my guest, can't wait to see you there. Peace out.